From Paulsboro High School, Comcast Sports presents high school wrestling. Tonight, it's two of the top teams in South Jersey as the Red Raiders of Paulsboro host the Crusaders of Delsea. With John Vogeding, I'm John Mondelli, and Vogue. It should be another great wrestling match as we kick off the dual meet season here on Comcast.
It proves to be exciting. Where the matchups go is going to determine a lot of things that are going on. And for one time, Paulsboro's walking on the mat as an underdog. They're ranked number 3 in South Jersey, and Delsea's ranked number 2.
You know, in the early season, if you look at the schedule and you look at the rankings, for the first time since, the 60s, Paulsboro is underdog going into 4 matches.
It's amazing, and it's just a sign of the times. When you're a Group 1 school, you're going to have depth problems, and that's something that Paulsboro is going through this year.
Okay, well, let's talk about the coaches first. Two of the better ones in the state of New Jersey, Paul Marine and Steve Isles.
The top of the list as far as class is concerned, I've heard a lot of people from Paulsboro say if they have to lose a match, they don't mind losing to Steve Isles because he's a class act. Of course, he's like number 15 in South Jersey all-time in wins. This is his last year, self-admittedly, by Steve. He's also the athletic director at Delsea, and he's going to give up the reins after this year. He's in his 18th year, I think, or 19th year as coach. And, of course, Paul Marina is like number 9 all-time on a list of wins in South Jersey history. And he also is the athletic director, but there's no word on if he's giving up this job next year.
Okay, let's talk about the match itself. Today we start at 130 pounds. Who has to win the toss? For Paulsboro to win, what do they want?
Well, if Paulsboro gets the choice, they want Delsea to be the even matches, because if you notice, the state champion, Donnie Fish, is at 135 pounds. That's an even match. Paulsboro would prefer that wrestler be sent on the mat first. But, of course, where they had the random draw to 130 pounds, both schools have 4 wrestlers weighed in 125, and if Paulsboro has to put the wrestler out first at 130 pounds, that's going to dictate what Delsea can do. So it's going to be a chess match in several weights tonight.
Another wrestler for Delsea had a good season last year, placed in the state, was a region winner, Jason Bilinski. Over the weekend against Byrne, he weighed in at 152. Today he weighs in at 160.
Yeah, the common speculation was that he was going to go at 152, and I think he still will before the year is over. But for this evening, he did not weigh in at 152. He weighed in at 160, and of course, he's one of the better wrestlers in the state, as you mentioned. Came out of nowhere last year, so to speak, to win the Region 8 title and placed in the state.
You know, it's kind of strange to come into Paulsboro, Vogue, and not hear the name O'Hara, Funk, Mendenhall, and Curl.
Yeah, and we saw Mendenhall walk by a little while ago, and Funk just walked by. O'Hara's at Penn, and Curl is up in Buffalo. And, yeah, you're right. It's a different lineup at the end of their the weight classes. Although Zach Guerin is 189, and he's going to provide a lot of power. And once Isaac Redmond, the All-South Jersey football player and record setter, once he gets into tip-top shape, he might well be your 215-pound South Jersey champion before the year's over.
Okay, it should be a great match. We're going to have all the action coming up next right here on Comcast Channel 43. Welcome back to Paulsboro High School, and as we just had the coin flip, let's listen who gets the choice.
Home on the even matches. Delsea home on the even matches. Okay.
Delsea's home in the even matches. It sounded like the referee said.
Help me out, who has choice starting.
Okay, and is that what Paulsboro wanted?
That's what Paulsboro wanted, although drawing at 130 pounds, now they have to put the wrestler out first. That gives Delsea the chance to counter.
And I think Paulsboro's going over there to check it out. Let's see if we can pick that up. Okay, to see Joe Henry.
And let them know too.
Explaining what's going on. We'll listen in to see what Joe Henry tells Steve Isles.
Home in even matches. You aware of that? Okay. You're allowed up every now and then.
There we go. And one thing we forgot to bring up in the opening, James Stevenson, who finished 4th in the regions last year, not wrestling tonight for Delsea.
He did not even weigh in, and you notice the referee is going to make them put ankle bands on because they are both in red.
Vogue's totally against that. One team wear white, home team has their choice, the away team has to do the other. But, you know, if you can't afford it, you know.
Shouldn't be wrestling?
Yeah, go find a sponsor. 130 pounds.
Reyes and Costenbader starting off.
Check guys, shake hands, use the center of that.
That was our first lineup move for Delsea. We thought we'd see Reyes at 125 pounds, Voj.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, although Pearson's not a bad wrestler, so they're going to take their chances with Pearson against Leroy Parker. But Reyes is 4-1 this year, 54-13 in his career. He was second in the Southern tournament over the holidays, losing to Anthony Messina, Bloomfield. Messina,
Eric Reyes
against Reyes.
Kurt Costenbader.
Kurt Costenbader, a junior, and he's 1-0 this year. He's only been on the mat one time. 130.
We're in the middle.
We're at 130, and the mentioning, John, Reyes lost to Anthony Messina, Bloomfield, who was ranked 6th in the state. Last year he was 1st in the districts, second in the region, second in the region as a sophomore. He was a District 31 champion, second in Region 8 last year to Ryan O'Hara. Kurt Costenbader, a junior, is making his second appearance of the year. He's 1-0 going in.
So Reyes and Pearson both making 25, so they had the flexibility here.
Reyes gets the takedown, so he has the first points of the match.
And the key for Paulsboro, I think, Voj, is not to give up big points. They can't afford to give up a lot of those bonus points.
Without question. I mean, as we mentioned in the opening, Delsea's got to be the favorite team going in. They're ranked number 2 in South Jersey. Paulsboro's number 3. You look at the lineup that Delsea's putting out there, it's a much more balanced lineup. You can see back points coming on the tilt.
So it's now 4-0. Of course, Reyes made it last year, I believe, to the region final against Ryan O'Hara of Paulsboro.
Right, he lost to Ryan O'Hara, and it was a close match. Ryan O'Hara beat him twice last year.
Costenbader almost getting out. Seemed very active on the bottom. Reyes doing a great job not to give up any points late in the period as we down to 2 seconds. And he'll go into the second period with a 4-0 lead.
And that's a big start for Delsea.
Paulsboro deferred. Delsea chooses down, red down. 4-0, you're in the second.
Reyes will take the bottom as Costenbader deferred. You don't want to see a reversal here if you're Paulsboro.
Nope. As a sophomore, Reyes gave an indication of how good he was going to be. He won a district title and was second in the regions. Last year, as we mentioned, he was second in the region to Ryan O'Hara.
Still green, still green, still green. Neutral, yeah.
There's the escape, now 5-0.
Reyes going right after the takedown. He's got the near side cradle if he locks it up.
And he gets the takedown, now 7-0.
This is a match where Costenbader just has to keep moving the whole time and try to keep the damage as close as he can. And of course, once Reyes gets 8 points, if Costenbader doesn't score, that's a major decision. That'll be 14 points.
And obviously for Delsea, they're saying these are the kind of matches where they got to pick up the bonus points.
Without a question, going in, that was going to be a key ingredient.
Of course, Voj, I had a chance to see Delsea when we did the Absagami match for CN8. Reyes and Bilinski did not wrestle in that match, but you can see Reyes, a fine wrestler. He's up 7-0 with 52 seconds left in the second period.
As you mentioned, the outstanding coaches going in. Steve Isles now in his 18th year. 242 wins, 73 losses, and 5 ties. As we mentioned, 15th in South Jersey history in total wins, and in his last year. Sport's going to lose an outstanding coach.
Costenbader can pop his head, he can get a point.
He's trying
a reversal, but he's in trouble now. Nothing yet.
Yeah, his head's in a precarious position here. He's got to be very careful.
Potentially dangerous. Shoulder right, son. And you're still down. You got 14 seconds. Let's go, Red. Get in the center. Red.
You're Joe Henry telling the refs or the wrestlers they have 14 seconds left here in the second. This will be a big point. for Paulsboro if they can get out here. And then with the option for Costenbader to start the third.
There's a tilt, and that's going to be back points in the last 10 seconds of the period.
We only got
damaging. Very damaging.
Now 9-0 as we head into period number 3. It's first time to work with you this season, Voj, and we talked about that all last year about giving up points late in the period.
And Reyes with a 9-0 lead, and Costenbader had choice in this period and decided to start on his feet, and Reyes already has 2 takedowns.
But he also has a couple times where he put Costenbader on his back.
Yes.
9-0 lead.
You might ask why the wrestler would take a position like that, which you've taken down twice already, but it's where he feels more comfortable. Reyes gets his 3rd takedown of the bout. Going to get back points out of it. Not satisfied with back points, though. He wants to go for the fall.
Nothing here yet.
Reyes trying to lock him up.
Weights are virtually the same, right, John? They both weighed in at 25.
Taking a look at Paulsboro. Costenbader weighed in 124.2. Reyes 124.9.
So they're virtually the same weight. It's a matter of experience here. You have a very talented senior.
And we see Joe Henry. He's the kind of official likes to make the kids wrestle. So we might see a stall warning here. You see him getting down. I thought he was getting ready to hit Costenbader, but
Well, he knows the one wrestler is dominating the other wrestler, so he just wants to see that bottom wrestler move and not clam up. If he moves, he won't hit him with stalling. The top man is dominating him. 20 seconds. Costenbader's got to let it all hang out now.
oh, Reyes has him in trouble now,
Big
Booth.
time trouble. Big time trouble. Oh my. Oh my.
Can he hold on for 7 seconds? You can see Reyes. I think he's got it there. Got it with 4 seconds left. Big pin. Big pin for Eric Reyes. 6-0 Delsea.
That's a huge start for Delsea, John.
5 minutes, 56 seconds.
And you can see Reyes on top locking up when he hooked that near leg, and he went around the neck. And some people look at that as the start of a Merkel, but Reyes did the job.
Okay, well, Don Fish is coming out at 135 for Delsea, and what can be said about him? He's undefeated this year, Voj, returning state champ.
Don Fish, Bill Siercinski.
And for Paulsboro, it's a freshman, Bill Siercinski, who's 2-7. And Fish right for the takedown.
And he got the takedown easily. As you mentioned, Donnie Fish, an 8-0 this year, 98-13 in his career. He's ranked 2nd in the country at 135 pounds. This year, first at the Southern tournament. Last year, he was undefeated in everything. The Southern, District 31, Region 8, and the state. 4th in the region as a freshman. A district runner-up, and 4th in the region as a sophomore. 4th in the state as a sophomore. 2nd in the region, 1st in the district, 2nd in the region, 4th in the state as a sophomore, and he is a talented wrestler.
Nice job by Siercinski. It's still 2-0. You know, a lot of times here, Voj, you'll see a coach just forfeit just to stop the momentum a little bit. I mean, give up to 6, but they don't get on that roll. A lot of times when you see a pin, the team just gets more pumped up. But I think here Paulsboro thinks, no, maybe Siercinski can hang in for the 6 minutes.
Well, that's the object here. Siercinski's, as you mentioned, is a freshman. He's 2-7 this year. He was 5th in a Caldwell tournament. Did not place at Deep Creek. He's going to give it 100%, but he's severely outmatched there in experience and in age. See Donnie Fish get the tilt.
Same thing still, same thing still, same thing still.
So at the least he'll get 3 back points, and he got him there, and he's now up 5-0, and he lets him go. Now 5-1.
And you notice that the official was saying to Donnie Fish, same thing, same thing. What he was saying is the same type pinning combination, so you're not going to get more back points until you release it and go to something new. Another takedown. This might be a tech fall before the second period's over if Fish doesn't get the pin.
Keep it low. Watch the elbow. Watch the pressure on the elbow. I see it. Hear me? One. Yeah.
Just a 1 count.
Watch the elbow on the arm.
We're going to get some back points here in the final 5 seconds of the period. He got 2 back points. And I think he's going to run out of time, Voj. I don't know if they'll get any more. So 2, it's now 9-0.
Got 2 more back points.
9-1. Forgot about that intentional escape.
If Delsea takes top, Paulsboro, you're down.
Obviously, Fish confident he can put Siercinski right on his back because he took the top. But of course, a kid like Fish not used to being on the bottom.
No, he doesn't stay on there long when he does get on the bottom. He has some great moves.
Of course, Delsea not looking for a tech fall. They're looking for 6.
They want to 6. Same thing that Reyes got him in the first match. That's what they're looking for here. It's coming right now, John. Oh, brother. Deep trouble for Siercinski.
Nice job by the freshman to try and stay off his back fighting this.
We'll stay good there. We'll stay good here. All right.
He hangs in there. Now 12-1, and he's going right back to his back.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to fight out of
Every
this one.
variety. No, he's got him tight. Oh, my. There it is.
1:11 left in the second. It's 12-0. Or 12-0 Delsea.
Oh, my.
We'll take a break. We'll be back from Paulsboro right after this. Back at Paulsboro High School, Delsea leads 12-0, 2 pins. We started at 130. Eric Reyes, who weighed in at 25 with the pin at 130, and Don Fish with a pin at 135 at 140. Chuck Martell of Paulsboro, he's a sophomore, coming in with a 7-4 record, and Dave Emick for Delsea.
Dave Emick 6-1 this year, 53-28 in his career. His only loss this year was that impressive freshman from Absegami, Phil Black. Emick won the Southern tournament. Last year he was 3rd in the Southern, 3rd in the district. As a sophomore, he was 4th in the district. He's a senior, and he's a good one.
He's the center guy. Score in the middle. Let's go.
You mentioned Chuck Martell. He's a sophomore, 7-4 this year, 26-9 over 2 years. He was in the starting lineup a year ago. Was 3rd in Caldwell this year, 5th at Deep Creek. 3-0 dual meet so far, and he was a 3rd in the District 29 last year.
I was going to say, a little far out when he took that shot, but he hung in there, but he's in a little bit of trouble now.
Emick stepped right over it. Emick stepped right over it. That's experience, still neutral though. Well, the first 2 bouts, John, were simply pure power and technique.
This one with the experience factor you have to give to Delsea. Martell's been through the war. I mean, Martell going through a season of Paulsboro is not too bad, but, you know, Emick a senior.
Yeah, Emick definitely the favorite wrestler going in here. Like I mentioned, his only loss this year was to Phil Black, and Emick did win the Southern tournament that Delsea was in.
There's Martell with the takedown, though. 2-0 lead, 24 seconds left. As you can see, some of the Paulsboro coaches in the background. A look at Paul Marina, Dean Duca.
There's Vern Zellner there, who works with the 7th and 8th graders.
Red down, let's
First
go.
pretty good
24.
wrestler next to him, Matt
Still
Suter, in attendance. I see a lot of big names from Paulsboro past here. Matt Suter, Kevin Ross.
As you mentioned earlier, we saw as a caution on Paulsboro. Saw Mike Mendenhall walk past before, and James Funk. Oh, that warning was on Delsea. Delsea's the red ankle, right? Red anklet?
Yep.
Good.
The big key here for Martell is to try and hold him down the remainder of the period. Only 15 more seconds in the period, so.
But he's still got to work for some points.
Well, he has to do some working, or else Joe Henry's a veteran official. And if If you don't work, you get that old stalling call.
Nice job by Martell. If you take a look at Steve Isles, you talked about his credentials. Not too often you see head coaches and athletic directors anymore, but the two coaches here are both head coaches and athletic directors.
Yeah, and Coach Isles, of course, not only the school's athletic director, he was a 3-time district champion for Delsea.
Good.
He was a regional champion at Delsea, went on to Liberty University, graduated from there in 1981. He was the team captain for 3 years and a Christian college national champion, John. He and his wife Janet have 3 children, Ben, Jill, and Aaron, and live in Upper Pittsgrove Township. There's a neutral to the escape.
So Emick gets down in about 17 seconds. We're now at 2-1.
Steve told me the 2 sons are not going to be wrestlers.
There's that shot again from far out by Martell.
He's fully extending himself. That's pretty tough unless you suck it in. And of course, Emick comes out, sees he's got that near side whizzer on. Awfully tough to get the takedown if that guy has the overhook in.
They go out, we go back to the center with 1:12 left in the second.
Let's go, I'm here.
Bode, you've had a chance to see Martell now for just over a full season. Your thoughts on him, his potential, what he can do?
Well, I think he has unlimited potential. I think other people can see it. I don't know if Chuck Martell can see it yet. It takes dedication to be a wrestler, and I question that right now a little bit. I think he works hard, but I think he could work harder.
Going anywhere there, guys. Red, I want to see some offense. Get up, let's go.
Well, Henry definitely notices that Martell's the one taking the shots, telling Emick that, let's get on the offense there. And here's Martell again with the shot. And he told him to start wrestling.
Yep.
Did we get in?
They're off the mat.
Nope, we go back to the center, still 2-1. The warning is against Delsea.
Let's go. Red, warning.
You saw that coming, Voj.
Yep.
He has a warning. You have a stall warning, you got to shoot.
Delsea is the red today, if he says red and green, even though they're not wearing their anklets.
Green is the home team.
Martell trying to get the
takedown. There's a takedown. Big takedown for Martell.
4-1 with 32 seconds left.
Huge. That was huge. Now he's got to get up and walk back in before he gets hit with a stalling warning.
Sit. Green top.
You can see he looks a little tired, though.
Yeah.
He's got to look out that he doesn't get reversed here.
There's the escape.
Now 4-2. See if we see Martell take one of those shots again late in the period. Maybe force a stall call. If not, he can still go into the third with a 2-point lead and choose the bottom.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful here.
Well, he's taking a shot. He's got enough time.
Another
he got
takedown.
it with 2 seconds left in the period. 6-2 after 2.
That was huge. Really huge.
I just think that was a smart move, though. Get the stall warning already on Emick.
Yep.
Turn around.
And this is the real test for Martell. This is the third period, and this is a test they wrestlers, not only their physical ability, but their mental focus at this point. But those are huge takedowns on Martell. That's what I'm talking about when I say he has unlimited potential. He gets a warning, a caution.
Martell trying to stand up, but he's going to watch him. He's got to watch himself. There's a nice move, and he gets the escape.
Got the escape.
Now 7-2.
Great move. Now he has to keep the pressure on. Can't take foolish shots, but he's got to keep the pressure on. This is a huge match for Paulsboro.
He takes that shot again. And far out, I'll tell you what, it's working for him, though, Voj.
Well, he's got to be careful. He can't get sloppy with it. That's why he can't get sloppy right there.
Nobody, no points.
Very close. Very close. Their supporting points ended up out of bounds.
Martell's got to watch. He's got to get up, or he's going to get hit for stalling.
Exactly right.
And I can see that coming, Voj. He's got to watch. He's taking those shots far out. It's not working as much as it was earlier. Emick could spin around and get the takedown, and he did. 7-4. You might just see Emick cut Martell if he can't turn him in the next couple seconds.
You notice he had Martell flatten out that time, just simply spun behind, and that's a pure example of fatigue. Very fatigued.
Martell tired. You got to watch it. He doesn't get hit for stalling, and there it comes.
There it comes. Yeah, because he turned around and looked at the clock. He wants to know how much time is left.
So Martell's up 7-4, but all the momentum's shifting towards Emick.
He's got to keep moving. He can't flatten out. He's got to come to his feet. They're telling him over the bench, come up to your feet. Again, the warning to keep moving.
And he gets him out.
Martell with the escape now. He has to defend himself.
8-4, 40 seconds left. Both wrestlers have been hit with warnings. Emick looks in the better shape, but we'll see. There we go. You see Martell trying to stretch and reach. But he's holding on to that arm. Nice job by Martell preventing the takedown, not trying to get him on the leg. With 20 seconds left. We'll get a stalemate.
Right before the spin behind.
Get your head here. Hurry up. Get up. Get up on your face, both of you. Put it on. Put it on. Stand up straight. Stand up straight.
Joe Henry's not going to let him stall. He's going to put it on.
17.
Tell you what, long 17 seconds for Paulsboro right here. Emick's looking at the clock. He's got to get active, and it's Martell taking the shot.
That's the best thing Martell can do is to take the shot because he's already got stalling warning. He's got a 4-point lead.
Just hold on to that leg. He's going to win 8-4.
A big win for Paulsboro.
Absolutely.
Got 2 points.
Yeah, 10-4 win. Now 12-3 in favor of Delsea. Major win, big win for the sophomore, Chuck Martell.
Yeah, they gave 2 points at the end. It was never reflected on the board there, but that was a huge win for Paulsboro.
We go to 145. His couple sophomores should be at least. We'll wait and see. Pat Byrne's coming out for Paulsboro. Votes 7-4 against, should be Billy Smashey. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, it is Smashey.
Smashey's brother has one of the all-time wins in New Jersey wrestling history, isn't it? His brother?
Absolutely.
Larry?
Yeah, Larry Smashey. He was one of the assistant coaches now for Delsea. You got a battle of sophomores here, John. Billy Smashey, a sophomore from Delsea. He has a 3-3 record this year. He's 12-11. He wrestled some last year. He was third in the Southern tournament. Last year he was fourth in the district. Pat Byrne, 7-4 this year. 17 and 15 over his 2 years. First in the Caldwell tournament this year, fifth at Deep Creek. But he also lost 2-1 to Nick Meddings of Shalleck in that close Paulsboro-Shalleck match that you talked about.
And of course, Smashey's brother was the only wrestler from New Jersey to ever beat Labe Black in high school. There's,
correct.
There's Byrne in on the leg.
Nice technique on the takedown. You notice that roll through by Smash. You got to be careful on that Granby. When the wrestlers go across their shoulders like that, you have to be alert, follow them, or you get caught. Byrne's got to spin behind. He's got to get more behind here. Big stalemate call.
We go back to the center. Just to recap, we started at 130 pounds, and Delsea picked up a couple quick pins. Eric Reyes, and I shouldn't say quick pin, he did his with 4 seconds left in the match. And then Don Fish with a pin before the big win by Martell for Paulsboro to make it 12-3 Delsea.
Yeah, Reyes just kept battling and fighting and got a pin late. And of course, Donnie Fish, the state champion, came out and got a pin in the second period at 2:49. Well, that was an excellent job by Martell. And you know, he had the takedowns against Emick that were crucial, and Pat Byrne got a takedown to start off with. But Pat Byrne started the year off real well by winning the Caldwell tournament. Byrne's going to get warned here pretty soon to use what he's got, or
let him go.
Out of that, guys.
Stop hanging onto the leg.
Well,
not even you, Smashey.
you can see what the official, Joe Henry, has done. He's a better official rather than get senseless stalling calls out there. He's calling the stalemate when it's obvious neither wrestler can get a better his advantage.
And now with 5 seconds left, you don't want to give up a point.
Now he wants to pick it up here, and he wants to try and back trip. That was a good move by Byrne. He has the lead.
2-0 as we take a look at Pat Byrne. A couple sophomores back-to-back for Paulsboro.
All right, you hear a blood timeout, and of course, John, the rule is that they have up to 5 minutes to stop the bleeding problem.
Is this the first year that you can actually coach your wrestler if your wrestler's bleeding this year?
Absolutely. Well, blood time you could always coach to begin with, but also this year,
injury
even
time.
if there's injury time, you can coach your wrestler.
A nice sized crowd here at Paulsboro.
You guys have choice.
You know, Vogue, we went to the 100 and Central Kingsway match. Kind of disappointed in the crowd there, but they're coming out tonight.
Yeah, of course their gym's about twice as big as this gym, but you're right. For 100 Central,
but their population is twice as big as. I mean, it's you know, you have a Group 3 and a Group 4 school, and you have Oak Crest, so you have 3 big schools there. So I mean, it all equals out. We'll have a chance, by the way, Vogue, to see Delsea later on in the year. I think February 1st, a Saturday afternoon, against Kingsway in a match that should decide the Tri-County Royal Division. And there's a lot of wrestling to go between now and then, but that's all signs point to that.
Yes. Now you see Byrne did a good thing there when he came up to his feet. When Smashey had control and was going to take him back to the mat, he got his belly down right away. You don't want to go down on your back. There's a chance you can expose your back and get back points against you. The big thing is Pat Burns has to come up with some kind of an escape or reversal. And so far, he's doing plenty of moving. Uh-oh.
Nice job by Byrne to get out of the situation off his back. Trying to stay active, but he's got to watch, and he's got
to pop his head. If he pops his head and grabs the near ankle, he'll get a reversal. Last do is pop his head.
He got the reversal there. 4-0.
This is another big match for Paulsboro, John.
Right. Paulsboro's got to get more than decisions, though, in some of these matches.
They will. Yeah, they have to, obviously. You know, you give up 2 pins to start the match.
Byrne's got to bring this guy back in, though. He can't wrestle him off by the line. He's got to start bringing him back in.
He's got the cradle, but he's got to suck him back in order to get any back points out of it. I think he's just going to run out of room. Out of bounds they go.
28 seconds left in the period.
Red down. Red down. Green behind him. Let's go. Stay right there behind him. I don't want you back here. Right there. Get on him.
What Burns has to do is he has to try and get his man flat to the mat. Doesn't want to get high, so he tries to stick that leg in, and Smashey holds that ankle, pulls it forward, Burns could be in jeopardy. That's what he wants to do, is get behind him and try and flatten him out. When he spins, he's got to try and follow him. Got to keep heavy on his back, or he's going to give up a point before the period's over.
He holds on, 4-0.
That was a good job.
Burns, a guy last year who took his lumps a lot of times. You know, had about a 500 record.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see a big difference this year.
Red down.
You're older, you're stronger. Hopefully, you're smarter. He has seven wins and 4 losses this year to take his career record to 17-15. So you're absolutely correct.
Go.
Byrne on top to start the third.
Nice job by Byrne staying with his man.
Of course, now what about Smashey on the bottom, though?
Well, he's got to try and either get an escape and go to a takedown and go for the back points, or at least try and get a reversal out of this. And Byrne has to be careful that he doesn't get warned for stalling. If you give the indication you're just riding the man out, you're going to get called for stalling. So he has to get out perpendicular to his man break him down and try and indicate that he's going for the pin.
123. Set it, Red.
Top man has to work for the pin. The bottom man has
Get
to
on him.
come up off his base and show some kind of an indication he's trying to get away or getting a reverse. You see he sits out there. Byrne has to follow him, but then he has to try and flatten him out. There goes that Granby. That roll, forward roll across the shoulders. And Byrne fouled it nicely, but he's got to drive that hard crossface across. Now there's a cradle possibility there. He can't get his hands locked up. See the wrist control that Smashey has?
Yep. Smashey's going to get out.
There's a neutral.
50 seconds.
Now it's crucial that Byrne here not get his head pushed down. He has to stay aggressive. He's in on the legs again.
Who's bleeding, guys?
More blood.
Clock. Paulsboro, please. Take a walk, bud. Over there. Delsea over there.
Pat Byrne has blood time now. He may need some blood cleared up off the mat.
You know, it's funny. Used to comment on all the coaches that Paulsboro has, and this is one of those years, though. A lot of people are saying sometimes there's more coaches and wrestlers in the wrestling room because of the numbers.
Yeah, that's not far from the fact this year at Paulsboro. I think I was down there the other day, peeked in the wrestling room. I think there were 24 bodies down there rolling around.
Thank you.
Let's recap. 35 seconds left, period number 3. Pat Byrne over Smashey, 4-1. Paulsboro trails 12-3 to Delsea. I'm going to be an expert on Delsea before the season's over.
Clean that. You got a trainer?
Yeah, you've seen him a couple times already.
All right, we get to see him in that
After he does that, we'll
meet against Kingsway. And
Mentioned Steve Isles, the coach, the veteran coach at Delsea, and Tom Maxwell, and Angelo DeJoseph, and Larry Smashey, all assistants, and you got some pretty good wrestling background among those three guys. Paul Marina, assisted by Dean Duca, who was quite a wrestler for Paulsboro. Carmel Marina, the state champion. Tony Chillen, Nicky Marina, Steve Anashevsky, and a host of thousands.
they're all back there.
Marina married and lives in town. His wife Sandy, and they have 3 sons. My 3 sons.
There you go.
Michael 6, Salvatore is 5, call him Sam, and Anthony 3 years old.
I like that name, Salvatore.
Good Italian name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, Mondelli, that's from the old country too, right?
Absolutely. all the way down the bottom, Boats.
15 seconds. This is a big win for Paulsboro if Byrne can hold on here. And by holding on, if he keeps the pressure on, that's doing the job.
We'll just tie Smashey up and hold him for the 5 seconds. 4-1. Now 12-6. Delsea leads. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more wrestling right after this. Back at Paulsboro High School, the Crusaders of Delsea lead Paulsboro 12-6. Delsea ranked higher than Paulsboro this year, number 2 in South Jersey. Paulsboro number 3. Delsea came into the season, Amateur Wrestling News had them ranked 27th in the country. Of course, Absegami, everybody's favorite for the state, is ranked number 7 in Suter with the quick takedown.
Jason Suter.
Well, Trevor Suter.
I'm sorry, Jason. What did I say, Jason?
Yeah.
Freudian slip. Jason, Matt. This is Trevor Suter, who is Fred Suter's son, and Fred was, of course, a brother to Matt and Jason, so they were Trevor's uncles. Trevor 7-2 this year, 64-17 in his career. He's been a starter ever since his freshman year. Was 3rd at Caldwell this year, losing to Harrington of Harrington Central in the semis. Was 2nd at Deep Crease, losing in the finals to Nick Polano of Great Bridge. 3-0 in duels, has wins over Jake Komiak of Vineland and Nick Favorito of Shalley.
You're out of bounds.
Who are pretty decent wrestlers.
And Vilimas in a little bit of trouble.
Trevor, twice the District 29 finalist. First in District 29, 3rd in Region 8 last year. And as you mentioned, Jason Vilimas, 1-2 this year, 11-7 in his career. And this is where Paulsboro has to get back some of those big bonus points. Great job by Trevor to balance. Got it tight. Oh, my. Paulsboro needs this big time. Oh, my. Oh, brother. He stretches him out. Oh, my.
Nice job by Vilimas to fight off his back.
Good fight.
3 back. It's 5-0. Right back. Get the escape. 5-1.
Out of bounds they go with 18 seconds. Suter came very close to getting the fall. Close only counts in horseshoes. Suter right after him, goes to the near side. Tried a near side cradle. He's got the takedown. He didn't get him over there for back point, so.
5 seconds.
7-1 lead.
Not enough time. Period runs out. Suter with the 7-1 lead.
Paulsboro has choice.
We're a little off on Jason Vilimas' record here.
Get set with.
Yeah, Jason Vilimas is not
2.
9-0. He's 1-2.
Of course, we did proofread that vote, you and me.
Yes.
We missed it. Suter's got to watch out. Oh, brother, vote just things could turn quickly.
Oh, brother. Got that cement mixer on him. Or a variation of it. Got a 2 and a 2.
7-5.
Trevor Suter's got to fight off the bottom now. Got to look away from that. Watch the elbow. And Suter has to come back fighting now.
Center. Let's go, guys. Paulsboro, you down. Red, get behind.
Suter to his feet, tried to roll and get out, but he got the escape by coming to his feet. Now he has to get the takedown.
And he did.
Oh.
You okay?
1 point Delsea. If he can't continue, Coach,
He wins the match.
he absolutely wins the match. This is a big.
2 minutes recovery.
Let's take a look, Coach.
You got to remember the one thing. If you take him off the mat, you got to take him back safely. You see the separation there?
Absolutely.
Got him up in the air, and the first thing to hit was the kid's back.
Recovery time. You got to slam. No, slam. Nothing. You got 1 point on slam. Okay. Point? No, I got illegal slam. No.
8-6. He doesn't get the takedown, and he loses a point on the slam. So, well, he doesn't lose a point. Delsea gets the point.
Yep.
8-6. This is a big turnabout here, Boge, because this is what Paulsboro counted on.
Yeah, and one thing you'll see here, I firmly believe, if the kid can continue to wrestle, Steve Isles will have him wrestle. I don't think Steve Isles would ask a kid to lay down. He's got that minute and a half injury time.
Once he starts, if he gets hurt again afterwards, he loses the chance at winning, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
See the official out there with the time clock.
Steve. Trev, you drilled him down. When you got him up, I tell you got to set him easy, okay? Take him down with control, all right?
The official explaining, you take him off the mat. You got to get him down safely.
And they're still. What do you think, Buzz?
Well, I honestly think it was the right call because he took him off the mat. You saw the separation in midair when he took him down. He took his the whole pressure was on the wrestler's backside and lower back going down.
I don't know if we can see it again. I hate to do that to the truck, so I won't ask them. But if they can, we'll maybe take a look one more time.
Okay. Good.
But he's going to go out there and try to continue.
That's what I'm talking about, class.
It's done.
There are many coaches I know that would have held their wrestler off and not send him back out.
A minute and a half of injury. That was recovery. 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, ready, guys? Okay, bud? Okay, ready? Got 1:04 to go. Ready?
Here we go. 1:04. 8-6 lead for Suter.
Trip. Okay. Good takedown. He's right into a half. Now he has to just follow right through on that. Walking around to the head. And now he's got him in jeopardy. Oh, my. Oh, brother. Oh, my.
I'll tell you what, Vilimas doesn't want to go down now.
No, he's fighting great, courageous effort. Oh, brother. 20 seconds to go.
You got 20. Face, watch the knee in the face.
You see how much he needs.
Let him lead, man. Let him lead.
10 seconds to go. Great job by Vilimas staying on his back. That's the period.
Great job. 13-6. I'll tell you what, he held off in the first period, almost got pinned, and again held on there after that injury.
And that's the difference in some wrestlers, that fight, that mental preparation.
And I'll tell you what, Vilimas only a sophomore, so.
Vilimas is going to take the top position.
13-6, gentlemen, we're in the third.
And what he hopes to do now with that big a deficit is to catch Suter. Suter, a quick stand up. They are neutral. They use his hip. The difference between that and before is he used his hip and they both hit the mat at almost the same time.
Well, it's getting close to tech fall time, so Paulsboro wants to get the pin here.
Yeah,
they don't want the tech fall.
Yep. He's got him in that position, and he, oh my, he's got him in a lot of jeopardy there. Oh my.
Let him move, let him move.
Oh, brother. Oh my. He's got the half about as tight as you can get it. Now he's going to try the near leg. Try and cradle him up into it. Oh, brother. Vilimas just doesn't want to get pinned, John. Four minutes, 59 seconds, the time of the fall. That was huge.
We're back where we started. We started at 130, we're at 160, and it's 12-12.
Amazing. Great job by both wrestlers there. Suter knowing what he had to get, and Vilimas on what he didn't want to give up.
Some of the little guys hunting out with great seats under the scorer's table as we see Jason Bilinski, who was a region champion last year at 160, placed in the state going up against Nino Polimeni. Of course, Bilinski was injured, sick at that AFS Academy match. He did weigh in, but no reason to put him in there if you're under the weather, and especially when the match was out of hand at that point.
Completely out of hand. And of course, power rankings, when you look at differences, it also accounts for having close losses. And there was no way that Delsea was going to have a close loss at AFS Academy, so no sense to put Bilinski out there. You mentioned Bilinski, 6-1 this year. His only loss was to Matt Doyle of Wall, who's number 4 ranked wrestler in the state. That was at 160. All indications are that Bilinski's going to drop down to 152 to wrestle this year. As a junior, he was first in the Southern Tournament, second in the district, first in Region 8, 7th and 8th in the state. As a sophomore, he was first in the district, and as a freshman, third in the district, so he's been around. Polimeni, a junior, 6-4 this year, 22-15 in his career, was second at Caldwell. He lost 4-2 in the finals. The Shads of Kittatinny, fourth at Deep Creek. Also lost to John Sarlo of Shalik, 7-3. An outstanding kicker on that 12-0 Red Raider football team this year.
Seems like all his matches are close, too.
Another interesting statistic, John, is that this is the
warning green warning.
That's against Paulsboro. 885 meets coming into this match tonight. Paulsboro is program has 819 wins, 57 losses, and 12 ties.
Not bad.
Not shabby at all. And the Delsea program, I don't have the exact statistics on that because there's a couple of years that are missing from my records, but they're over 400 wins now in their program. Of course, Steve Isles having a lot to do with that.
Polimeni being hit with that stall warning, tries to take a shot there. He's in a little bit of trouble here in the final seconds of the period. And there's the takedown for Bilinski with 5 seconds left.
Amazing.
Green down.
Good wrestlers know what they have to do.
Nino steps up, but he's not going to get out.
Choice.
Choice Delsea.
Delsea have choice. Delsea have choice.
And he's going to take down.
Chooses down. Second period, 2-0.
A lot of times, Voj, in that situation, since they already scored the first points, you'll see the wrestlers defer. What do you think happened there?
Well, I think he feels a lot more confident on the bottom, and he has the 2-0 lead, and he wants to get bonus points out of this match. So I think he's going where he feels comfortable working, and he's going to make Polimeni work very hard this period. If it was 0-0 at the end of that first period,
obviously
he would have taken bottom because the first points scored in a match now are very, very crucial. There's the short sit out and turn in. He gets the neutral. Because everybody knows that after 6 minutes of regulation, if it's tied, it goes into a 1-minute overtime period. And if it's still tied after that 1-minute overtime period, then the wrestler who scored the first points by any means in the match has the choice of top or bottom in that 30-second tiebreaker.
Got Polimeni in a little bit of trouble, gets the takedown.
Two.
Working the line for the 2 takedowns.
Sit.
Now 5-0.
Look at me, Green.
Gonna let him go. Obviously confident he can bring him down.
And a lot of times when you work your takedown series, you get a situation where you can take an opponent right to his back, and I'm sure that's what Bilinski's looking for.
Polimeni taking the shot. And he's got to be aggressive with that 1 warning.
Okay, bud?
I know it's tough going out in the mat when you're wrestling a state place winner, but in this sport, you have to respect your opponent. But you certainly can't have any fear out there.
There's your second warning, so it'll be a point for Delsea. 6-1.
Hey, coming to the edges, all right? Working the center of the mat.
The warning
Work the
there
center of the mat, guys.
to the wrestlers who's coming back in is you have to stay in that center circle and try to work. If you back up and go to the edge, like he's backing right off there. I know he's defending himself in a takedown effort, but he can't back straight off. He's got to try and circle in.
Sit. Here we go. Get in.
That's what he has to do to prevent the stalling call. He has to make some kind of a movement and an attempt at a takedown. Oh,
right to his back at the buzzer.
Brother.
I don't think he'll get any back points.
You're absolutely correct.
8-1 for Bilinski, but that's 4 points at the buzzer. 2 in the first and 2 in the second.
Takedown only on that. Choice. Paulsboro.
I expect he'll cut him again, Voj.
I would imagine, and that's you brought out a very key point there, John. Bilinski got a takedown with 5 seconds left in the first period, and he got a takedown with 1 second left in the second period, and that's what you have to prevent. You have to prevent giving up late points like that in the bout.
You know, Voj, what's interesting, after the Absegami match, a lot of people were saying, you know, Delsea's not that good, maybe they were overrated, you know. And I think we found out after Delsea beat West Deptford and then they beat Byrne last weekend, Absegami's that good, and Delsea's pretty good also.
Absolutely. Well, that's why they're number 2 in South Jersey right now. I think all the experts out there are taking a look at it and saying this is the second best team.
You one down? One down?
And one of the few times Paulsboro in its own gym is not the
Go
favorite.
freestyle start. Look at me, bud. Okay, top.
There's the escape.
Intentional escape to set up the takedown move. And with a warning for stalling, Polimeni now has to stay very active. He has to try and stay in that center circle and just circle as they get to the side. If his back is going out of bounds, he has to circle back in.
Likes the end of that mat, Vogt.
Yep.
Another takedown on the line. 10-1, big point too. Or 10-2, I should say, big point, but he's going to let him go.
Yep.
I think he's going to play that takedown game now.
Well, that's the sensible thing to do. He's obviously superior on his feet, and now he's got Polimeni guessing what kind of a move he's going to see. Another back heel trip, takedown.
12-3.
12-3, and that's major decision territory. Polimeni shrugged him off and got the escape.
Still an 8-point lead, though. 4-point team win at this point.
Yeah, in order to cut that down, and there's a minute and 18 left, so it's pretty tough.
In the middle, guys.
Polimeni would have to get some points late in the match here. Well, to his credit, Polimeni is staying active. Got to get out of that position, or Bilinski going to spin right behind, get a takedown. Out they go.
Let me go back to the center with 48 seconds left.
This should be taken care of before you get out here. This should fit. This should fit.
Marino was a 2-time district champion at Paulsboro under Bob Frederick, who he succeeded as head coach.
You got 48. Let's
Finished
go.
second in the region in 1976 to Jeff Parker of Toms River South, who was a state champion a couple times. Won the Region 8 title in 77 and lost in the state finals to Joe Drania of Colonia. Of course, you probably knew all that, John.
The second in the state, I knew he was sick that day. He was wrestling real sick, I believe, right?
And Drania made him sicker.
Nino Polimeni trying to steal an escape late, or a takedown late in the match. Trails 12-4.
If he were to get a takedown, that would take the major decision away. That's a stalemate situation right there.
Choose it. Come on, Red. Move out. Move out. Move out, Red.
Two seconds. He's going to run out of time.
Yep.
Final score, 12-4.
And that's a major decision.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Delsea leads 16-12. Back at Paulsboro High School, Delsea leads 16-12. We go to 171 pounds. We started at 130. Rob Hemphill for Delsea and Eric Ditonno for Paulsboro.
Another crucial match, as if we can't say there are enough crucial matches in this match for Paulsboro. Rob Hemphill, a senior, 5-3 this year, 25-20 in his career. He's third in the Southern Tournament. Eric Ditonno is a deceiving 1-3 this year. He had the injury default twice, as you see him get the takedown. 20-14 in his career. He was a varsity wrestler last year. He was fourth in Caldwell, injury defaulting in the third place bout. Lost by injury default against Shalleck. Last year,
Take it to the side.
he was first in District 29. Of course, he was the quarterback and the safety on the Paulsboro's 12-0 football team, John.
Now let's talk about the injury votes, because that's going to be a big factor in this match. From what I was told originally, that's a lingering injury.
Seems to be. He was, felt a tinge in the Shalleck match, and in the best interest of his health, defaulted out. But it's obviously something that's taken its toll on Ditonno, because he hasn't been able to practice as much as he's needed. And of course, this sport you've got to get your aerobics every day. You've got to get your running. You've got to get your lifting.
Weighed in at 169, so he's right there, 169 and a half. So him and Hemphill both weighed in at the same weight, 169 and a half. And if I can remember him from the district tournament last year where he really came on, I mean, he was very strong.
Yes.
That's good.
It's a good arm bar by Ditonno. If he can keep it against the body, he can drive it across.
That's good.
He's coming across the other way, going to try and get the tilt. He's got back points coming.
Got to watch out. Now he's got to
be careful. Now he has to suck back on it. He got back points, but he's got to suck back on the body. There's 2 points.
We'll probably just want to hold on here with 4 seconds left.
He's got to be careful.
So it's 4-0. Ditonno after 1 period.
Yeah, Ditonno missed the all of the Deep Creek tournament.
Delsea, choose.
Did you see the Shallock match, Voj?
No, I did not.
Okay, I was just wondering how far into the match. Was he winning? Was it right away?
No, I think somebody told me he was winning at the time and doing a pretty good job when they had this sensation again, and for safety's sake defaulted. But I know he's a very determined young man. You can see that in football season.
You can't take that shoulder towards me. Take it across his back and you're good.
He's being warned with that hammerlock that he has on the back. He can't raise that wrist up toward the head, or that's twisting the hammerlock, and he would
right there.
He would be in trouble with that. Now see he's trying to turn the man over, but see that brace arm is out. The left arm of Hemphill is out, which prevented him from stepping out and throwing the half and driving. If he keeps working like that, he stays out of trouble. He's got to keep the man flattened out. You got a warning from Delsea.
You got a stall warning, Delsea.
See, Ditonno's getting out perpendicular to the man. Now he's trying a near side, start of a near side cradle. Again, he has to flatten his man out. Start the basic move. Potentially dangerous.
Get back across the back, okay? Red down. Delsea, you have a stall warning, son, okay? Work out of bottom. Top. Seconds, guys. 40.
Ditonno in the top position now. He's going to got to break the man down, but then he's got to go for some kind of a stall, pinning combination, or he can get hit for stalling.
He lets him go with 25 seconds left.
You got neutral. 30 seconds.
Now 4-1. There it is. Here's that move I remember from district.
Oh, brother.
Doesn't look like he can get his man turned over.
Hemphill's done a great job of bellying down.
6-1 as we head into the third. Nice job by Eric Ditonno.
Paulsboro has choice.
Almost had a back. Almost had a back
Keep that arm
count
down here, not up.
Back points count off that takedown.
He's going to keep using it. Can't stop him from using it.
Ditonno spins behind and gets the takedown. Well, he hasn't got takedown yet because the man could reverse him, so now he's got it.
Control green. You're neutral.
Lets him go.
All right, now he's about to be very careful here because Hemphill's now seen that front headlock move that Ditonno has used, so he's going to be careful not to give that away and have it countered. One more takedown would be a major decision.
He might get taken down.
Yep. A great job by Hemphill, and I think this is conditioning now. Hemphill got that takedown rather easily, and I think that's
let's go on your feet, bud.
The fact that Ditonno has missed some practice time because of the injury.
Right here, buddy. Yo, down. 8-4. Paulsboro down.
First, Voj, by this knee, if you let him up, you got to take him down.
Absolutely.
Set. Get set. Red going.
There's Ditonno last year, district champ, wrestled at 160.
Yes. And an inside switch. Got to get his leg out. Now he's got a belly down because he can go to his back here unless he gets his... came right into the stand-up. There's Coach Marine on the side, encouraging him to go, 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 and
lets him go.
Yeah, because I think Hemphill can see the fatigue on Ditonno.
9-4.
Ditonno backing up a little bit. He's got to be careful not to get the warning. Another key win for Paulsboro.
(9-4). Now 16-15. Favor of Delsea.
And we're at the halfway point.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Let me get Michael there if you would. Stay right
These
there.
next two weights votes, Paulsboro's got to pick up some big bonus points, however, with the big guns, with Garrett and Redmond, even though Redmond hasn't been out in the mat that much.
I don't know if you caught that right at the end there or not, but Ditonno could not shake hand with his right hand because of, I think, the remnants of the injury.
Garrett's coming out. Let's see who they send out for Delsea. Slated to be Sylvester Aguilera. First Garren 8-1. Looks like Aguilera. We'll wait and see. And we do have a change.
Who do we have?
Shake hands, get ready to wrestle. Good luck.
And I'm looking for the name.
Mike Nelson, I believe you said.
Yep.
Mike Nelson. Who I have no record on, John.
You're gonna get it. You got it now.
There's the takedown.
It wasn't a last-second call-up, was it? He is on the weigh-in sheet, though. Mike Nelson. Oh, my.
There's the
There
pin.
it is. Great job by Garen.
26 seconds. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Paulsboro's out in the front, 21-15. Back at Paulsboro High School, the Raiders with the lead, 21-16. I believe their first lead of the evening. And it's Isaac Redmond against Sylvester Aguilera. Aguilera 3-4, Redmond on the season 2-0. Picked up a forfeit win his first match against Haddonfield and then a win against Shallot.
Backtrack just for a second, John, because we didn't give Garen his due when he came out of the mat. He's 8-1 this year, 79-15 his career. So that was his
We'll get back to that, Vogue.
80th win.
Redmond's got to be careful, though.
Yep. That was close.
Isaac Redmond, as a sophomore, was a region champ. Did not wrestle last year as a junior.
2-0 coming in this match. 47-11 career record.
Try not to worry about
Oh,
condition.
brother.
There's a pin.
Oh, my.
27-15 or 27-16 Paulsboro. We go to the heavyweight, and this is definitely going to be Tyler and Petruzzi. And I think now for Paulsboro, stay off your back.
Well, when it comes down to what we talked about on your show Tuesday, 103 and 112 are going to be very, very key, important bouts. And that's what it's building up to be.
And let's remind everybody that wrestling show, Tuesdays at 6:30, repeated at 10:30 on Channel 43. We don't just talk Ulster County, we talk wrestling all over.
The quickest half hour in sports history.
If you say so, Vogue. Yeah, you must be talking about that basketball show I do with Narducci on Wednesdays at 6:30 and 10:30.
All
Tyler.
right, this is Jeff Tyler. Jeff Tyler, an experienced senior, 6-1 this year, 43-21 in his career. Only losses to Zach Hammond of Absegami, 4-3. What are the weight differences, John?
Yeah, not bad. It's Petruzzi weighed in at 201.2. Tyler 266.2.
Because that's what Petruzzi is going to face all year. He was third in the Deep Creek tournament and faced somebody that was 68 pounds heavier in the consolation map there. Petruzzi, a senior, 6-3. This year, 16-7 in his career. Second in Caldwell, third in Deep Creek. Lost against Shalley. He's a two-way lineman in football. And he's going to be going to the Citadel.
Come over here, hey, let's go. Stay center and shoot.
That's Matt Petruzzi. What am I saying, Mike?
That's what you have on your sheet here, but it's Matt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another Freudian slip. Matt Petruzzi is correct.
He had a fine football season at one of the anchors on the line.
Yep. Played a little defensive end. He played offensive tackle. And of course, his objective here is to try and stay out from underneath of Tyler. He's got to try and wear him out.
Not sort of the same magnitude, but sort of the same situation Tom Curl was in his freshman year against Paulsboro.
Yes.
You know, go out there, wrestle your match, but try and stay off your back.
Yeah, which in Curl's case, I think he would have liked to have wrestled freely in that match, but for the team, he did what he was told to do. There's Tyler getting a front headlock on his guy. Just used his body to bowl him over to get the 2-point takedown.
Two nothing after one period.
And notice that was another late takedown.
Yep. Delsea choice.
Got 10 seconds to go in the period when he got the takedown.
Delsea first choice. Paulsboro, you have choice.
Tyler defers.
One down, buddy.
Sometimes you got to watch out when you take bottom as a heavyweight, especially if the guy has a lot of weight.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised there. I think they left it pretty much up to Matt. Matt knows what he can do. It's quite a challenge for the difference in size, but this is what guys who wrestle heavyweight will face all the time.
Petruzzi trying to grab onto that leg, just get the escape. Nice job by Tyler to grabbing the ankle of Petruzzi.
Using his height, using his weight, and that's what a heavyweight has to do when he has an advantage like that. Petruzzi then could have tried to scoot straight off the mat, and he got near the side there, and he elected to come back in on Tyler and try and surprise him.
Watch the headgear, guys. Watch the headgear.
Someone's yelling for the Peterson on Petruzzi to try the Peterson. Might be a risky situation with a guy that big.
Of course, Paulsboro's owned this weight class, I think, Vogue, what, 8 out of the last 9 years or something like that?
Had some great heavyweights come through here in the recent years. With Jermaine for 4 years and Jermaine Ruffin for a couple of years. Of course, Tom Carl is a freshman and he's the starting heavyweight for the University of Buffalo.
Tyler, I mean, Petruzzi would like to get out, but at least keep it 2-0 at the worst here.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Tyler's going to take the bottom in the last period, and that's going to be an awful big project for Petruzzi to try and keep down on the mat. Matt Petruzzi doing a great job. He's showing no fear.
Oh, my. How about a reversal, Coach?
Wow.
Did they give it to him? No. They gave it to him.
Let's give him 2. Let's just say, if you give it 2, we got at least 1.
How about that? We'll watch the replay.
There he is, in on the single.
I was watching
off the reversal, yeah.
It looked like time ran out, but he may have, just waited to give the call.
Right there, there's a reversal right there because the overhook is not exactly in by Tyler.
Right. There was still time on the clock, but there was no time when he did put up the hand up.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Tyler on the bottom.
Yeah, now he's got to try and break him down the mat. There's what you run into, and he followed him nicely.
There's the escape, 3-2. You see conditioning now, Vogt.
Yep.
And I think Petruzzi going to City Bell's got to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, he's got to give a lot of motion, and Tyler slapped him on the face there a little bit to make it a warning from the official.
I think they both got slapped. That's why they stopped.
Right?
Somebody got poked in the eye.
With the
Looks
hands,
like Tyler
right?
got poked in the eye.
Got a good match going. Keep it that way.
Well, this is a match, I think, John, that Delsea was definitely feeling they would get bonus points in this match, either a major attack or a fall. And Petruzzi is showing a lot of courage.
I think he was slapping by both wrestlers.
Yeah, I think Petruzzi was really disappointed in the effort at Shally. But he wrestled a pretty decent 215-pounder too. So now he's wrestling a guy who was a state place winner last year.
Holding his own. 1 minute left, 3-2, Tyler.
A year ago, Tyler lost to Curl in the semifinals of Region 8. Came back and pinned John Hatchell of Clearview for third in the region, then finished 7th, 8th in the state. Which they're now going to wrestle for this year, John. They will wrestle for 7th and 8th this year. That state tournament is going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Atlantic City.
Paulsboro leads in the team scoreboard 27-16. We're at heavyweight. We started at 130.
This is huge for Petruzzi. Huge.
Under 30 seconds. Tyler looks like he can just spin around and get the takedown, but Petruzzi doing a nice job just trying to lock up that arm.
Still neutral.
He's got to watch it. He doesn't push him straight back, and that's what he's trying to do.
Yep.
Nice job by Petruzzi, though. He's trying to lock onto the leg with 3 seconds. I'll tell you what, he loses 3-2, but I'll tell you, that's a win for Paulsboro.
Absolutely.
27-19.
Yeah, I think they were going to be very proud of his effort.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Back at Paulsboro High School, 103 pounds. Paulsboro leads 27-19. Arroyo and Smith, and I'll tell you what, this Arroyo's a lightning bug, Vogt. I mean, he is non-stop action on that mat.
He's a junior. He's 6-1 this year, 23-12 in his career. David Smith 9-0 this year, 52-20. Takedown by Smith. This is a big match for Smith because he's one of the toughest guys he'll have faced yet this year.
130.
Smith's a guy that's come really on. Took some lumps his freshman year just being, giving up a lot of weight.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, there's a kid I think who works harder than anybody for Paulsboro. Got to watch out here, though. A little bit of trouble and gives up the reverse. 2-2.
Reyes, his only loss this year was to Anthony Messina of Bloomfield, who's ranked number 6 in the state. Oh, excuse me, that was Reyes.
Arroyo,
I'm sorry. Arroyo lost in the finals of that Southern Regional Tournament. He lost 7-6 to Pagnato of Old Bridge. He was second in the district last year at 112, so he's down a weight class.
And Smith trying to pop his head, and he gets the reversal.
I think I saw Arroyo in the match that you did with Delsea. I saw him use that Peterson a couple times, so that's something that Smith is going to have to be well aware of. Of course, David Smith, first in Caldwell, first in Deep Creek at District 29 finals last year. He's 3-0 this year on dual meets, 9-0 overall.
Yeah, Arroyo beat that Matt Weed of Absegami.
Yes.
14-5.
It's a huge match for Paulsboro, having the lead.
the escape here with under 20 seconds left, grabbing onto the leg. There's Arroyo trying to fight out. Trying to get something here, nothing. As time runs out for it. So I'll tell you, we talk about Dave Smith, but his dad apparently is doing a great job with that 7th and 8th grade program.
Absolutely, they're very happy. Vern Zellner and Steve Smith are working very, very hard with that 7th and 8th graders. They're trying to build up a little bit of depth in the program.
Stop. Let's go.
Smith looking over at Marina, asking should he let him go. Paul says no.
Keep it up.
There's the escape, it's 4-3.
Next takedown could be a crucial one for whoever gets it. Illegal.
We'll get the explanation. We'll listen in as Steve Isles is going over to talk to Joe Henry.
I have an illegal hold. I have a chin wrench. Yes, sir, it is.
Then, okay, the guy that just beat Becker at the Beast of the East.
That has nothing to do with it.
From Northampton,
I don't know the first thing about it. It is illegal.
Just by grabbing the chin doesn't make it illegal.
He grabbed the chin and he turned the chin. That's a chin wrench. That's where the initiation comes from.
Well, there was the explanation. If you can all hear it, Joe Henry saying the initiation was a twisting of the chin, and that's what made it become an illegal move. So that's a penalty point and a 5-3 lead for Smith.
Let's see if that point becomes a factor in this match. 1 minute left here in the second period.
Have a stalemate.
And
nice.
Oh, what a nice job by Smith. That was quick.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
He's got to watch
nothing.
out.
Still nothing.
I was getting ready to say lightning quick takedown by Smith, but
he got in excellently on it. He just didn't follow through on the move. Now he wants to try and hip over. If he hips over here, he can get the takedown or pop his head. There's the takedown. Right to a cradle, near side cradle. He's got Arroyo in trouble. Oh my. Oh brother.
13 seconds.
Oh my. Great move by Smith. Arroyo, great move to get out of it.
Big 5-point move, now 10-3.
Keep going, keep going.
3 seconds left in the period.
Big move.
You take a look at Steve Isles. Obviously wasn't too happy with that penalty point call, but now Paulsboro can think about maybe some bonus points. We're getting to that point, 10-3. I think if you asked them originally, they were just looking for a win, but now they're, you got to think more at this point.
You see if they. I was going to say, I wondered if Arroyo was going to try and give him a freestyle start and try and take him down to his back, but he elects to stay right on him. Smith is.
Blood clock, Delsea, please. Fells, wipe his back off. Right here, guys.
Let's talk while we have a chance to talk. We talked about Delsea. Listen in.
It's over. I called it on Becker twice on Saturday.
Go back to it.
If I see it again, I'll call it. Once
There's no way.
Once he pulls it, it's done.
It does. There's no way.
It certainly is. It certainly is. It's a chin wrench. Guys, deal with him, not with me. It's
That's
over
what they're discussing.
With,
they're discussing the move that Arroyo put on to try and get his takedown move.
Corner, please. It's enough.
And he was twisting the chin, and that's why they called. That's why he stopped it and called it illegal.
And your thoughts on that? Did you see it? Or?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I didn't see it. But I know he knows the book pretty well. Joe Henry is not a novice official. He's a pretty experienced
he's cleaning him off now. No time. It's my time.
I'll be interested to talk to him later and get an interpretation of that so I know it in the future.
Well, here we go. 1:43 left in period number 3. 10-3 lead for Dave Smith. Paulsboro leads 27-19. For Smith, if he can get the escape, will have that 8-point lead.
I was going to say earlier, when Smith had that pinning combination, he's the second leading pinner on the team. Delsea still in control, believe it or not. Now there's the reversal.
That's big points, 12-3, because even if Arroyo escapes, it's still an 8-point lead for Smith.
Yeah. I think Smith had 5 pins coming into tonight, and Guerin was the team leader. I think Guerin had 7 or 8 pins going into the night. Of course, he got his pin earlier. Now it's up to Smith to try and keep these bonus points.
110.
The decision was the minimum they needed here, and we talked about this before, 103 and 112 being such crucial matches. There's that Granby. Arroyo will use the Peterson or he'll use the Granby. You said he's like a little lightning bug out there. David Smith, of course, the brother to Jeff Smith, who's up at East Stroudsburg. Son of Steve Smith, who had some great battles with Alan Maloney back in their high school days.
Down to the final 20 seconds.
Well, I think it's a great performance by Smith, John. I mean, this is a crucial bout, and he has kind of dominated Arroyo, which is a little bit surprising that he's dominating him, because he's going to get the major decision points out of it. It's just a shame that that penalty point had to play in there, because it looked like Arroyo was on his way to a reversal or a takedown at that point.
So it's now 31-19 Paulsboro. We'll see if that point comes back to loom large. We're going to take a look at that, where they got the penalty call, the penalty point. You see him, he had his hand.
There it is. See the hand on the chin there? Yeah. The interpretation, I believe, of Joe Henry there was that he used that turn twisting of the neck to execute that roll through.
Okay. Frank Gayski, a sophomore, 6-2, coming up against Howard Lounsbury, a junior, 4-1. The question, I guess, for a while was, would Lounsbury go at 12 this year?
And I think he's rededicated himself, and that's what he's looking at this point. There was a situation where he started out at 112 pounds this year and finished second in the Deep Creek tournament. He lost on a penalty point, 9-8 to Gittimer of Hunterdon Central. 4-1 coming into this bout, 38-22 in his career. Frank Gayski, 6-2 this year, 28-12 in his career. And there was some concern after the Caldwell tournament and before Deep Creek. Lounsbury let his weight get away from him a little bit and could not compete down at Deep Creek.
Oh, that's Gayski in a little bit of trouble. He was down 2-0, but he got the 2 back.
Oh, brother.
Gayski has that arm in there. If he can free himself up from that arm, he can turn him.
Oh, my.
Great job by Gayski. No back points.
Never could break the angle enough, I guess, because there was a count, but I guess it was only a 1 count.
He's got to watch that he doesn't get a little sloppy if you're Lounsbury. And Gayski just doing a terrific job. You see him fighting through it. And he's trying to get the reversal.
Yes.
30.
Folks, we talked yesterday, and we mentioned earlier, Paulsboro's got to win 2 of these first 3, and obviously we're not in the first 3, but between 103 and 119.
Right.
And they got the 103.
This is the next crucial one. Of course, Delsea is running out of time now because we only have, after this match,
Still here.
3 more, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got him in trouble now.
My.
He's only going to get 2. He's only going to get 2. back points. It is loud in here because you can't hear the buzzer.
That's where the old-fashioned air horn comes into play.
I'm surprised sometimes some of these big dual meets. I thought last year we had it where there were 2 officials.
Well, we've had it on occasion.
4-2 lead for Lounsbury. Second period, Lounsbury takes the bottom. And he's trying to get the reversal. Gayski brings him right down, and there's the, he got the reversal.
Oh, my. Nice
Now
move.
6-2. Lounsbury's a kid who was coming into his own at the end of last year, had that big win against Stillo of Phillipsburg in the dual meet there, and then I think had to have an appendectomy and missed the districts.
Missed the districts. Was having a super year. Just a touch of bad luck. Dedicated himself this year, said he was going to come back, he was going to get down to 112, he's going to get after, win that district title and go as far as he could. And
I want him over here. He can hear you from here. Good set.
6-2, 123 left.
Set, Red.
Second period, Howard Lounsbury of Paulsboro over Frank Gayski. Delsea, Paulsboro leads 31-19.
Caution, green.
Caution on Paulsboro.
Reset, guys.
Moving too fast.
Okay. Let's go. Get on him.
Yeah, I was going to say, after this match, John,
red.
there's only 2 more bouts to go, right?
Set.
Yeah, started at 130.
19 and 25.
Started at 30.
So Paulsboro wins, votes. They clinch.
Paulsboro
Hey, guys,
caution.
yo.
So he's had 2 now, John. And what that means is
okay, both of you. You're jumpy, all right? I don't want to see you
any
lose
more
points that way.
cautions
Get set.
against Lounsbury, it'll be a point every time.
Listen to the whistle. Top. Go. Go ahead. All you gotta do, guys. Good set.
So Paulsboro can clinch the match with a win here.
Yes.
Lounsbury's going to have to tie his shoe, I think. 6-2 lead.
Good set, guys. You got cautions. Good set, guys. Good set.
Chelsea's got to win out, and they got to pick up some bonus points in some of those wins.
Yes. Well, we've had some big performances tonight. David Smith, a huge performance in the bout to precede this one, not only to win, but to get a major decision. And Chris Chuck Martell's win was a huge one. Pat Byrne had a huge one. Some great matches.
Go back to the center, 42 seconds left in the second.
Down, you got 42.
Of course, Lounsbury last year went down to him against Absegami, going up against Nick Bridge. Came out in the short end of that match. It was a close match.
Yes.
1-point win for Absegami.
Howard, affectionately known to his Paulsboro followers, John, is the Duck. Howard the Duck.
There you go. I guess there's a movie, Howard the Duck is where he got it from. I have no idea. Oh, nice move by Gayski, trying to get the reversal. If he can get over top, he got it. He's right back in this.
Clear that leg. Oh, my.
Lounsbury trying to get out. Gayski trying to put him on his back. We're going to run out of time. Nobody's going to get anything here. 6-4, so there's big points for Delsea.
6-4, guys. We're in the third. 6-4.
Delsea's going to have choice this period. They're going to take down him.
Delsea
Sure.
chooses down.
Yep.
You have 1 caution. You have 2 cautions. You have 2 cautions, Green. Get on. Hold up.
2 cautions. He's got to worry here because this could be a big point.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Gayski on the bottom.
Gayski, as we mentioned, 6-2 this year, 28-12 in his career. Third in the Southern Regional Tournament this year. Second in the districts last year. Oh my.
Thought Lounsbury was in a little trouble there, and then I thought Gayski was in a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
We're back to where we started.
watch Gayski's rolls now. He's going across his shoulders. He's looking for the Peterson, looking for a Granby. Oh my. What a chess match.
Seconds left. 6-4 Lounsbury.
Stalemate.
Go back to the center. 6-4.
Let's go, red down.
I think Steve was looking for, Steve Isles, the coach, I think he was looking for a neutral at that point.
Yeah, but look on Steve Isles' face. He doesn't look happy tonight.
No, he's not a happy camper right now.
Well, Lounsbury's got to do something with that after he takes him down. Now, he doesn't want to get sloppy here with 10 seconds left. This is the whole match on the line here with 10 seconds. And Marina's just telling him to stay right there. And Paulsboro's going to clinch this match right here. 34-19, and you look at Steve Isles, and he knows. Here's Paulsboro, you look at them. They know they just clinched this match. If you look, in the state rankings, I think Delsea was 4th, I think, the last time I looked, behind more Absagami.
And I think more importantly, John, I think that Marina has asked for a lot from his kids, and he's gotten it.
419, we're at 119 pounds, just 2 weights to go. Frank Borelli against Rainer Paulson, and the story on Borelli, I mean, this is a kid that's come back from a big injury, but just doing a fabulous job this year. He's 7-1. And for Paulsboro, Paulson 6-5. Seems like he's coming on of late, Coach.
Yeah, Paulson has improved dramatically, in my opinion. 6-5. He was 7th at Caldwell, 5th at Deep Creek. Only has a 9-17 career record, but he gives you 100% out there. Borelli with the takedown. Borelli 7-1 this year, 26-8 in his career. 5th in the Southern Regional Tournament. He lost 7-6 to Abaselli of Roshan Township in the quarterfinals. That's his only loss this year. 4th in the district as a freshman. As you mentioned, after placing 3rd at Southern last year, Southern Regional Tournament, he ended up getting hurt in one of the dual meets and couldn't continue for the rest of the year.
I think that Abaselli from Ocean Township was a state place winner.
Yes, he's ranked high in the state as well. Well, people will say there's a certain mystique coming into this gym, but of course the only time that Delsea has beaten Paulsboro, they beat Paulsboro in this gym.
I think they also tied him once, right, Coach?
Tied, but I think the tie was down at Delsea, I believe. Delsea beat Paulsboro 33-31 back on January 17th, 1993. Paulsboro went 21-1 that year. That was their loss. Never underestimate a Steve Isles coach team, but I can tell when talking with him before the match that there are some problems that are not for public consumption with some members of the team, so it's not easy anymore.
And the rumors of an early demise for Paulsboro, this Paulsboro demise is, I guess, short-lived. I mean, this is the first test. They won that.
Yep.
They still have Absagami, Rancocas Valley, Jackson, Phillipsburg.
Take it on away, guys.
Not an easy schedule, Vogue.
Right.
No, it's not an easy schedule. And they got Collingswood on Saturday, and that's, of course, is another step into the
Leave the socks alone. Get down.
another step into the Colonial Conference ranks.
What's that record, Vogue? Wins in a row in the conference. That's
Gee, that's huge now. Paulsboro.
Henry's good. Paulsboro fans wanted a slam. You hear Joe Henry say. He must be the only person in the gym that doesn't know what he's doing. What a tough job.
Yeah.
I would never want that job, Coach.
Delsea.
I think my job's tough sometimes. Because no matter what you say, you're from the other school. But I'll tell you what, that's a worse job.
Yeah. Paulsboro is a question you asked. They have won Marina's teams have won 17 straight colonial titles. They're on a string of 31 consecutive straight years of winning the Colonial Conference, 261 consecutive matches in the conference. And of course, ever since Marina's been the coach, they've won the South Jersey Group 1 title every year. And
they've won the state Group 1 title every year since Marina's been coach.
Shared it with Roselle Park the one year. They end up in a tie, and in the state final, a tie stays a tie. It's the only time. Everything else, they have tiebreakers leading up to that point.
So in this match, Borelli doing a nice job. It's a 5-0 lead in the second period. Paulsboro leads 34-19.
Yes.
I talked about him, Vogeding. There's a kid who had a tough injury last year. But 7-1 this year.
Yeah, and in the offseason, Rainer Paulson blew out his elbow. He dislocated his elbow and had to rehab from that. Going to see another freestyle start. Intentional escape.
I got him. Hey, come here, buddy.
He's going to talk to Paulson about slapping everything.
Stay out of the eyes, okay? Incidental, guys, all right? Don't do it again. I don't want to see any points for that.
And of course, you'll see sometimes when the official talks to Paulson, he doesn't seem to react to it. He's very hard of hearing. And of course, he takes the hearing aid out when he gets out to wrestle, so you have to do a lot of hand communicating with him. Borelli dominating the match.
7-1.
What? Still on top. Where?
The gym was packed, but I'll tell you, some of the fans have already left.
Well, the parking lot was jam full tonight. Another freestyle start.
Paulson trying to go right in on the leg. Nice job by Borelli, though. There you saw Borelli trying to keep Paulson in, just running out of some room on the mat.
Yep.
It looks like our last match will be Bob Pearson against Leroy Parker.
That's who it should be.
Hey, if you can't hear too well, you got to look at me. Green off the edge. Warning, green.
It's a start warning on Paulson. And there's another shot by Borelli, and it looks like another takedown. It is 9-2. Just winning this match on his feet.
Green down. 15 seconds.
Borelli's father, I believe, is the superintendent of schools in the
yes, he is.
School district. Remember 2 years ago when Borelli was a freshman here, I sat in the stands right behind the father, and could tell then he was going to be a pretty decent little wrestler. It's a shame he got hurt last year, but he's come back raring to go this year.
He has a 9-2 lead.
What's the matter, bud?
And of course, the gym, all the
turn around.
Arrows let out the bubble after that Paulsboro win.
Give me a blood clot.
A lot of the Delsea
over there, boss.
fans, I'm thinking, and people in South Jersey in general, after they looked at that Paulsboro-Shalleck match, Voj, and that's why sometimes you can't look at scores in that. Sometimes it's matchups to keep it close. The Ditonno injury was a big 9 to 12 point swing in that match.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people thought, hey, Paulsboro had a tough time with Shalleck. Hey, maybe next time they don't get out of South Jersey Group 1.
Yeah, I don't think there's any secret that this is at this point is not among the most powerful teams that Paul Marina has coached. There are some kids in the lineup who probably need another year of seasoning, and they're wrestling pretty well. I mean, that Siercinski to wrestle tonight was shown to thrown to the wolves. Nate Dawson, we didn't see wrestle tonight, but he wrestled down in the Deep Creek tournament. He's wrestled in dual meet so far. He's going to be a good one. He's a freshman.
Paulsboro's only lost 4 of the matches.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me a little bit. I honestly thought it could be a 7-7 split, maybe 8-6 Paulsboro, but holding Delsea to 4 wins up to this point. Obviously, this is going to be their 5th win.
And there's another takedown, 11-2.
Let's go. Better stop throwing that bounce, son. He would have lost the point if he didn't get the takedown. Said it.
And there you say he would have going to hit him for Stong if he didn't get the takedown. He's going to let him go again.
Freestyle start. You're neutral.
Now 11-3.
And that's a major decision.
Hold that thing.
There's another takedown.
You can hold it. You can hold it. You're good there.
And there's the takedown now 13-3.
13-3.
See if Borelli just now starts to work for some back points and try and get him on his back. Because I think playing a takedown game, you're not going to get a tech fall at this point.
He's working for what's called the Hamilton ride here.
Of course, Paulson might get hit for a stall. Here is second one, which will give Borelli another point.
Yeah, he can't clam up inside. There it is.
One green, one red.
14-3. It's now an 11 point.
1 point red. Technical violation, fleeing the mat on green.
There we go. Now 15-3.
Hey.
You might let him go here, Vogue. I think now there is enough time.
Next one's 2 points.
Yeah.
Got it? Set.
And he's going to. Because now he feels like there's enough time, the way he's been taking him down. I mean, he's put on a clinic. It's now 15-4.
It's an 11-point differential, a 5-point move, or a 4-point move. A takedown right to back points would be a tech fall. There's the takedown. He was trying to get the back points right off that.
17-4.
And Paulsboro can't climb up here because, as you've mentioned, the next penalty points would be 2 points.
All right, and that would be the match.
17-4 right now. It's 13 points.
And he's going to try and let him go and take him down, and that's not going to work as far as points, but see if he can do it real quick and maybe put him right to his back at 17-5.
Well, that's what he needs.
Or get him on a stall warning and then take him down, and you got it. And he goes right in on that takedown again and gets it. Now we'll see if he has enough time.
19-5, 14-point differential. That's what's going to end up.
34-23 as we go into the last match. Outstanding job by Frank Borelli. Just put on a clinic on his feet with the takedown.
And that's a 4-point win for Delsea. Their 5th win. Brings us down to the finale, finishing up at 125
Final weight
points.
class, 125. Paulsboro leads 34-23. They have already clinched the dual meet. So, you know what, Vogue? I guess that means I'll be home for dinner pretty soon.
There you go. Hey, you had to work late today in your full-time job.
Yeah, right down to the wire. I barely had time to run home and get a shower and get changed. Leroy Parker for Paulsboro against Bob Pearson for Delsea.
Now, Bobby Pearson this year, John, is 4-4 overall, second in the Southern tournament. He was second in the districts last year, 29-17 in his career. Leroy Parker, 7-3 this year, 62-28 in a career that split between Penns Grove and Paulsboro. He moved to Paulsboro as a junior 3 matches into the season. So he had 2 full seasons at Penns Grove. Finishing up his 2nd season here at Paulsboro, 4th in a Caldwell tournament, a 2-point and a 1-point loss to finish 4th. He was the number 6 seed, John, in the Deep Creek tournament, beat the number 3 seed, beat the number 2 seed, and beat the number 1 seed by fall. His pin actually gave Paulsboro the needed points for the tie with Cary, North Carolina behind Great Bridge.
And he was an outstanding wrestler, wasn't he?
No.
That's kind of a shocking when you do something like that, though.
Well, I think you got to look at the talent in the field. I don't think that was the most talented field, although he won 1-0 in his against the number 3 seed, and then against the number 2 seed, he had to let the wrestler go and take him down in the last 15 seconds of regulation to force overtime, and they got to take down overtime to win it.
Got to watch if he don't get taken down here, and does he? Nope.
And of course, in the final, it was 0-0 in the second period. He reversed in the second period. From the reversal, he went right into a cradle situation and got the fall. And that 2 points for the pin are the points that put Paulsboro into a tie for 2nd. since Great Bridge had 10 of the 14 champions, it was kind of like a moral victory. Paulsboro 2 champions there. David Smith, who extended his unbeaten streak tonight, and Parker. Guerin and Suter were both second at Deep Creek.
Scoreless after the first period.
Take down. Delsea chooses
I think
down.
one of Pearson's losses was to Ryan Bridge. There's no shame in that.
Not at all.
Stop.
Well, the gauntlet was thrown to the ground here, John. The Delsea Crusaders coming in, ranked number 2 in South Jersey. Paulsboro ranked number 3 in South Jersey. Paulsboro accepted the challenge.
Good stop, guys. On the whistle. Stop. Let's go.
A lot of the experts were saying if Paulsboro wins, they win by 6, but it could be for Delsea, they could win by as many as 15 if everything went their way.
Oh, best case scenario, worst case scenario. I looked at the lineup a half a dozen times, John. I saw anything from a 6 to an 8-point win for Paulsboro to as much as a 15-point loss for Paulsboro. But the matchups went Paulsboro's way tonight. The head-up matchups that they had to have, they got.
And I think that with Martell winning and Byrne winning, 2 kids that have come a long way since last year, that helped. And I'll tell you, let's not forget Ditonno and the job by Matt Petruzzi against Tyler, hanging in there and only losing 3-2. There's the neutral. 1-0.
On your feet. On your feet. Work center and shoot, guys.
1-0 Delsea. Pearson with the lead. And I'll tell you what, I think every time I see Parker, it's a low-scoring match. Just his style.
His style of wrestling. I think he looks for openings and tries to take advantage of it. As I mentioned in the Deep Creek tournament, he was 0-0. Look at that. Great job by Pearson. Getting in that single leg, lifting it up.
Got a little sloppy though, and he might get reversed.
There's going to be at least one here. I thought he had enough separation there going out of bounds, crabbing out of bounds, that he would get one.
3-0 lead. Bob Pearson.
Quit on the edge.
So hard nowadays to look at records from the wrestlers and see who's favored a lot of times.
Yes.
Still control for Pearson.
Well, going into this match, just looking at Pearson with a 500 record and looking at Parker with a winning record, you just had to have a feeling there that Parker would be favored in this bout.
Dangerous.
Because you look back now at the start of the match, the reason that Delsea went with Reyes is because at 130 was you thought they maybe thought Pearson could give Parker a match and beat him.
Right.
And obviously it's coming true right here. It's second period. It's just coming to an end, but he's up 3-0.
Yeah, Reyes with a big pin with 4 seconds to go in that match, and that was a huge start because Donnie Fish was the second wrestler, and he got a pin, and that was expected. Of course, these head-up matchups too, John, become very critical down the road when you get to the regionals and start looking at seeding situations, and head-up losses are a very big criteria.
So Pearson doing a nice job. He leads 3-0, which isn't interesting. On my phone rings, and I just continue to do play-by-play. On the last match, Paulsboro leads 34-23, so they will win as they lose the final match. 1:10 left in the third period. Pearson out in front of Parker, 3-0.
Must be that John Cobb wanting updates.
No, actually, that one was my son.
Oh, your son wanted an update.
For money. Not quite sure. There's the first warning against Pearson.
And 58 seconds to go, and if Parker's going to win this one, he's got to do some shuffling in a hurry.
If it was riding time, Pearson have an extra point.
Yes.
Because he is doing a nice job in the second and third period.
Dominating riding performance.
But he did get hit for stalling, so he's got to start.
You got to try to score with that if you're
Henry telling him he's got to start working it though.
Yeah, 2-1's okay, but if you're going to get a 2-1, then you got to try to work for the tilts or break off and work for some kind of a pinning combination. 35 seconds to go.
Let's get out, son. Get out and use it.
And Parker just looks flat, John. Of course, Pearson could be making him look flat.
And that's what happens. Yeah, sometimes a good wrestler can do, and I said that's what I'm talking about. When you see the 4-4 record, sometimes that can be deceiving. I mean, especially when you're wrestling in those tournaments early and you're wrestling a kid like Bridge. 10 seconds left.
Delsea's going to win the going home bout, but they're going to lose the big one.
34-26 will be the final. Pearson wins 3-0 votes. Paulsboro wins 8 out of 16. They passed their first test. A lot of people thought they could lose 4, be underdog in 4, but they win this one, and they live another day.
Oh yeah, and I think you just got to look back at how it started, where they had a 12-0 lead. You have a 12-0 lead, and you lose 34-26. There was a lot of good wrestling after that.
Hey, Vote, you like that cue? Let's wrap it up. We're running out of time.
Is that what it was?
Absolutely. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. For John Vogeding, I'm John Mondelli. Paulsboro wins at 34-26. We'll see you next time.